Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. Thanks for watching. Today's topic: one door closes, one door opens, and entirely a surprise on both ends. You might remember I recently discovered a great place for punk rock records, reggae, old rock and roll, vintage rock, and I never would have known. It was Vroman's Bookstore, which has been at Hastings Ranch forever. And I only recently discovered they carried vinyl. And it was like, wow, a lot of it is, those reprints. But also, I've discovered that's the only way I'm going to get some of these classic albums that I want is through a reissue because they just never show up in the used bins. So anyway, I just discovered them recently, and then the damn store closed. Thanks to their owners, who, I don't know, the usual, we're not making enough profit. If it doesn't make $1 billion a month, we have to close it. So there went my record uh, bin spot. So that closed, and damn it, there went a source. Then comes how did I discover my brand new great source for punk rock? Even better than the old Roman source, really. I was led there because I was in the hunt for baseball cards. I went to good old Frankensons. You ever heard of Frankensons? One of the largest collectibles in a warehouse space that happens twice a week, every week, that has been going on for years. I've been going to Frankensons since the 90s, since the days of chasing Nomo and Piazza baseball cards. That was the place to go if you collected baseball cards. But I'm going to tell you, you don't go there for sports cards anymore, I guess. Because what used to be 80 tables of sports card dealers is now less than 6, 5 maybe. That's all I saw. And I walked the hall, I'm pretty sure, every aisle. And I only saw like maybe 4 or 5 sports card dealers. What's up with that? Everything else was Funko Pop and figurines and anime this and Dungeons and Dragons and Pokemon that. So Frankensons is now flipped from 80% sports cards, 20% anime and fantasy. It's now flopped. Anime, fantasy, and figurines and whatnot is now 80%, and sports cards are less than 20. So interesting. Anyway, because I walked every aisle, I discovered the newest, greatest spot for me to find punk rock. Right here is the spot. What a selection. I saw, what did I see that pulled me in? I think it was the Misfits. I saw like a Misfits face or a head or something, the skeleton head, right? And I looked and I saw they sell records. Wham, I went in there. Selection, awesome. Where is this again? Frankensons, City of Industry. I think they're still City of Industry. They may be Hacienda Heights now. Google them if you don't know them. And anyways, I started going through that punk rock bin. What a selection. Fantastic. Of course, Clash, but it had all those offbeat Clash records that earlier in the week, by coincidence, I was telling myself, you know what, I could be tempted, even though I have a lot of Clash vinyl, the original LPs, I could be tempted to grab an LP of one of those. You know, they put out like a whole bunch of singles collections and the Clash in New York and Story of the Clash and whatever. You know, and so in a lot of ways it's rehashing what I already have on the albums, but, you know, they're kind of mixed up in a different compilation way. And I might want one of those just because the covers are cool and you can never have too much a Clash, you know. But anyway, by coincidence, that's exactly what they had. It was a Clash section full of that. Of course, others of the who you would expect, like the Ramones and, of course, the Misfits, like I mentioned, but also the Plugs, Agent Orange, DOA's, Ill Repute. I mean, all kinds of crazy punk bands that, oh, look, it's here, right? So I discovered this new which this new place, which brings me to my first two selections. Believe me, I could have bought 10 easy and still felt like, damn, trying to decide what two should I leave behind to make it 10, because I could have made a stack of 12 easy, right, of records. But what did I choose? Look at this. For example, what did they have? The Damned. Okay, now I only know the Damned. I like them, but I wasn't a huge Damned fan. I knew I could be, but I only knew the Damned from a few singles that I heard. Double album. You know, I've always wanted to, again, this is one of those bands that you never see in the used bin. So I never get the chance to get one. And so here it was. They had a few The Damned albums. So they didn't have a choice, right? And limited edition, caught my ear right away. Blue vinyl. Awesome. And so, double album. And what is it? And on top of that, it's not just a Damned studio, the Damned studio album. It's live. So it's not studio cuts. And so it's a live that gives you early The Damned and later, like whole career-wide The Damned. So this is great. Now on a double LP, and the price, $29. Okay? Probably what I would pay online. You know, but, and this is like a reissue. Of course, when the Damned was releasing LPs, they weren't releasing limited edition colored vinyl. Nobody was. But this is a reissue, right? And so now it's my chance to grab it. And that's what I would pay. That's normally what I would pay, I would imagine, at 9 out of 10 online dealers that I might look at. So I can get it for $29, and I don't have to pay for shipping. And it's in my hands right away. Gimme. Sold, am I right? So let's open it. I was going to open it. Hang on. Bear with me. That blade is back there. Let's open this up, because I want to see what this limited edition glue vinyl looks like, right? So I saved it to open with you guys here on the video. So let's do this without destroying my record. So here we go. I got to splice part 1 and part 2 together. A little bit of a mess up. I had actually unwrapped it on camera for you, but the video wasn't running, so oops. Anyway, here's what you missed. Very nice album cover, right? Dave Vanian, I think, is the lead singer of the Damned. Like I say, I think that's the name by memory, going on my bad memory. I'm not that big of a fan, but from what I've heard, I'm pretty sure I could become a big fan of theirs. The only drawback was I didn't have any of their CDs or albums. So now I do, and I can listen to a lot of their music. So here's Gatefold. Got a nice picture there of the band. All right. And this side, cool. It's got some reproductions there of, looks like, advertisements of shows that they have playing 45 Grave, I can see. And so, and then some write-up, and maybe, what is that, like personal note or something, maybe? I don't know. I'll check it out later. Here's what the back looks like. Very nice. Cool, right? And the writing, I don't know, more than 10 cuts. Double album, 4 sides. Here's what the album itself looks like. Look at this. Beautiful. The Damned. How's that? What a shade of blue. That's nice, right? Am I right? Look at that. Beautiful. So there you go. Double album blue, The Damned. Stumbled upon it. Probably would I've never seen it before. Probably would never see it again anywhere else. What else did I get? Like I said, I could have bought 20, but I only bought 2 because I had already used up budget on some other stuff. So the other one, and I was like this with, I mentioned the Plugs earlier because I had the Plugs album. My memory is so bad I can't remember which one. I don't even know if it was their debut. I wanted their debut. And I had that one and this one, and I was trying to decide which one. And I ended up settling on, I wanted a debut, and I wasn't sure that the Plugs album I was holding in my hand, because again, I only know some singles, and I like what I heard, and I could probably love everything they do and become a bigger fan, but I just never see their vinyl anywhere. Well, I wasn't, but I wanted the debut, and I wasn't sure that one was it. So I went with this debut because also this is another one that I've been hunting. New York Dolls. Again, hey, the same old story, right? I knew a few singles, Trash, Personality Crisis, and I figured I could be a big fan because, and I like that music style of this New York Dolls style anyway that they're doing. So I always wanted the debut, but I never saw it, so I never had the opportunity. So between this one and the Plugs, I knew this was a debut album. Boom, gimme. So two great albums that I have yet to hear, but I'm going to go sight unseen and say that they're great. And a great new discovery. That was a big surprise I didn't even plan on. And so I'm hoping that this video was a great surprise to you, how much you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. And everybody be cool out there, huh? See you next time. Peace.